Welcome back to another episode of Bridging the Gap. I want to say this is new because this has been going on for, I'm going to say maybe 10 times at this point, but there's been a lot of celebrities, but specifically Nick Cannon, having multiple kids by different women. And also in that, not married to any of them. So we want to speak on that, give our opinions on such actions and what it means to, for black men and community and all. But I want to let you go first on this one.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I think it's definitely setting a bad example in our community, right? Because it's definitely devaluing the sense of family, right? And because he probably has the money to do it, that doesn't necessarily mean you just wild out and be fearless and
Wow.
have
Go
no
ahead.
body with that, right? No, but it's like how are you protecting the black family? Like, how can you say you pro-black, but you continuously and intentionally, you know, not building a home, right? You probably building villages, but you're not building an actual home with any of your children,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then it's like mistake after mistake after mistake, and society doesn't hold. And this is when I get the double standard, when I understand the double standard, but society really doesn't hold men accountable for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just say if the roles were reversed and a woman having 10 kids, right? Different baby dads. How you think she would be perceived?
Not well. Not well.
Right? And then on the flip side, it's like, you know, maybe some people are speaking out against it, but it's not enough men speaking out against it, right? Because everything start with us. Like, we are the head, we are in God's image, so we need accountable men to step up and say, like, stuff like this not cool.
True. True.
And it goes a long way to show, like, who you surround yourself with. Is it a lot of yes men, or do you have like actually real people in your corner?
Mm.
You could tell in this situation he probably doesn't.
Yeah.
And just out of, I mean, I don't know him personally, but I could just judge based off of actions. But like, this goes to show you how much God is to be valued in
Mm-hmm.
life, right? Because, like I said, I don't know him personally, but just going based off of actions, it's like it's clearly not.
True.
But what do you think though?
Uh, I'm in total agreement on this one. Uh, I think why people don't say anything or speak out against it is because of what we value nowadays. And we don't value we definitely don't value family. We
Mhm.
value money. So people believe since he has money, that okays his actions. And that's really not the case. A lot of
Mhm.
people believe since he has money, he can provide for all the kids and maybe financially he does have the means to do so. But I'm
Mhm.
telling you as a father, it's going to be difficult. I don't care how much money you have. If you got 10 kids in 10 different places, you're going to miss somebody's recital. You're going to miss
Yeah.
somebody's first day. There's no way you can do everything.
Mhm.
And right now, it seems okay, right? Right now, it might seem sweet until those kids get older. Then you're going to deal with the personalities of the kid and those mothers. Right
Mhm.
now, is cool. But when they get older, those women are going to want more. You're supposed to do more for my child. Why are you over there? You're missing this, that, and the third. It's not going to be a good look. There's
Mhm.
no way this ends in a positive situation. And I don't care how much people say, well, if he's taking care of them, everybody will be in line. People are people, and people are going to can be bought up to a certain point. Then when it comes
Mhm.
to kids, it becomes something different. It's all cute and funny games right now, but down the line, it's not going to have a positive effect. And you're going to miss certain things. And as much as he works, you're not telling me that he's putting quality time in 10 different locations. You can't do that. So basically, yeah, I know the whole biblical aspect of, going forth and multiplying, but the intent wasn't to multiply with different women.
Right.
You're supposed to be building building your legacy, but in one household, not 25 of them. But I mean, we're at the point in society where no one's going to say anything because I don't believe shame exists anymore. I don't think you can shame anybody for anything. You can't shame a man or woman in this society because you know what? Even if you tried to shame somebody, they would attack you. Why are you trying to make them feel bad about what they're doing? So
Right.
we're so backwards and honestly wicked at this point that we encourage that type of stuff. He got the money to do it. So what's wrong with that? It's fun now. Let's look back in 18 years and check back with those kids and see how they feel about I was one of 10 or 12 at this point because he has kids by Mariah. I don't know if they're counted in this, but it's I don't know, man. Psychologically, you're going to miss something from the kid. And as a father, I don't see how you don't want to be there more often and be more present because you miss these things. And it kind of threw me off when before, maybe last year or the year before, he had they lost one of their children. I think they were like a month old or something. And I don't know how he kind of he went to work like the next day. And he kind of spoke it on the show, but there's, to me, as a man and as a father, something's not 100% from my standpoint. Because I'm telling you, someone who experienced having a miscarriage, that's emotional. Even as a man, I didn't carry the child, but like it was rough. And how he just went to work the next day and talked about it, and you're doing all these different shows. Why wouldn't you take the time off or even be with the mother? You're not with her, but just be with her in that time and y'all deal with that grief. But like I said, from my standpoint, something doesn't seem 100% when I look at him as a man. That's just my opinion when it comes to that. As someone that's been through certain situations, there seems like a disconnect. You're having kids, but you're not having children. Like you're not building something that you're really putting into. And money doesn't matter to a kid. Yeah, you can buy for them, but it's about that time. You're going to pick them all up. You're going to fly back and forth all the time and go to the park and just like people understand, well, they're rich, so it's going to be a different life. I understand that, but kids don't care about that. Kids care about the time that you put in with them. And I mean, come on, man. Like, it's too many different personalities. And the whole, and you're destroying the whole notion of family. As a black man, you want to create something, you want to create a family, and this just goes to further, family's not important. So we all get weakened by this. Then yeah, like I got nothing positive to say on that note. I don't believe, and athletes do it and get caught up in it. Like I understand maybe something happened, maybe two, but you don't learn your lesson and you just keep going because you came up in a broken home or whatever, you may think it's okay. And but the thing is, I don't think Nick Cannon came up in a broken home. I think he came up pretty well off. So I don't know where he's coming from. Honestly, I just don't know where he's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, back to what you were saying, right? Like the whole providing for your family is just not financial, right? It's emotional, you know, physically being there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole spirituality, you know, making sure you can lead your family with that too. With that being said, how is that even possible to to do that with all these different kids in all these probably different cities?
Yeah, yeah. It's
You
not like
know?
everybody's in one apartment building.
Right. Like um and then it also goes back to when his kids get older, right?
Mm-hmm.
People, and not just Nick Cannon, but just people in a situation have to be mindful of the fact that you know you reap what you sow.
Mm,
It may not get to you physically, but it can get passed down to your generations,
mm.
and you never know. Your kids can start to despise you when they get older, and you might have a kid that's got their head on straight and they have a good sense, and they realize, wow, my dad was a dog.
Yeah.
Right. My dad did not, he's not somebody I look up to when it comes to a father figure. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
you, God can have like those kids start like to feel certain types of ways about them. And you know, it can fire back on
Yeah. I mean, just out of odds and how many kids, it's going to happen. So,
them.
like we can do 25% just to be
Right.
low.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to happen. Not everyone's going to love the experience, and
Hmm.
maybe one of the mothers he has a bad situation with, a bad relationship with. Now maybe the child will suffer because of that, or like this. It's just too much. Then
Hmm.
that kid not understanding, it's between the parents, but maybe taking out on the kid. Who knows? I don't know.
Hmm.
It's too much. But he's not the. It's not like he's the only person in Hollywood or the
Right.
only athlete with that type of behavior.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
just like
okayed.
you live this certain lifestyle to some extent. You probably think you just above what you grew up. You know, you think you're above the way you grew up, right? Like you think you're above just certain things in life, certain
Mhm,
values in life, I should say, that
mhm.
they just start to wall out, do whatever. They got money. Who cares? you
Yeah, and,
know,
and like you said, it's about your circle too. So who's checking them? Who's telling them, yo,
nobody.
you need to slow down, or dude, chill.
No, I mean nobody. Clearly,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I'm not saying nobody because we don't know. But you know, it's just not taking heed to it. Clearly.
Right. I mean, everybody grown and make their own decisions, but I think that's what it comes down to, your own decisions. And this is what they decide to do multiple times over. Not just once, multiple times over.
But the thing is also is like let's just flip sides.
Hmm.
Um, as a woman, like you just okay with being the extra number, like
Wow. Yeah.
just to think about that is like you know what this man reputation is when it comes to that, and it's just like all right, you know whatever. They probably just thinking of it as like oh they're going to be taken care of for the rest of their lives too.
Wow. You know what? I didn't even think about the flip side of it. But yeah, what's that say about you as a woman that you don't want to be married? You don't want a man, or do you just feel as though I'm not going to get it? So let me just jump in this situation because this is a business decision. This isn't love.
Right? Yeah.
This is business. So it's an opportunity for them, and that's how they see it. So if I
Hmm.
have a child by this wealthy person, my child will be taken care of, and I'll be taken care of.
Hmm.
So that's how they view it. So you know how they say some people have a price? That's their price. because I guarantee you they have to adhere to certain things in order for that to happen. It's not like he willy-nilly said, okay, yeah, we'll just have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you there's some stipulations in there. You can't be doing this,
Sure,
you can't do that. There's something there. Whether they adhere to it or not, I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
you're not just gonna come up and that's it. But no,
Right.
it's sad that you're bringing a life into this world off of money, not of love, and not in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And they volunteer for it happily, and will defend it.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's saying, and no one spoke, like you said, on that subject. Like, you didn't want you didn't want a husband, you didn't want to be married. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's sad, honestly. I've never even thought about that. That's really sad and kind of disgusting at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's just the world we're living in right now. It's like people don't even value marriage the way they once did.
Nah, and the thing about it is the majority of people view marriage as business as well. It's a piece of paper. They don't
Yeah.
view it in the biblical sense of the real definition of. But this country has made it mean something else different, though. That's why everything is contracts. That's why,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people enter in prenups and things of that nature to protect themselves. But wow, yeah,
That's a
it's
different conversation. Yeah.
oh no, 100%. I I have strong feelings on that one too. But no, it's sad that marriage is just it's an afterthought. No
Mm-hmm.
one That's not a goal. Your goal is, if I didn't find anybody to marry me at this point, I need to do something to get the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be my way to do that. I want a kid, so I can have a kid now, and I got a kid by a rich guy. And
Right.
this is how they'll view it. I got I have a child by someone who has money. You got a child by, somebody broke. I'm doing better than you. That'll be the view, and that'll be their argument.
Right.
At least we taking care of what you doing. You over there struggling.
Mm-hmm.
But to each his own.
Right.
And who was the other dude? You had mentioned
NBA.
like another athlete, or dang, I forget. Was it a rapper?
Yeah.
Um,
NBA young boy.
wow. Oh yeah. He had a child with Floyd Mayweather's
Mm-hmm.
daughter. Yeah. How many kids does he have?
I want to say 10 as well.
Stop. Wait, how old is he?
I have no idea. I don't know. I know he got to be young.
Is he a young boy? It's like no.
I'm about to check real fast. Yeah,
Yeah, I hope he ain't. He's got to be under 30, right? I would
we
assume
we probably the same age, to be honest, around there.
10 kids.
Oh,
Nah,
he
how?
20 he 22.
Yo, stop.
Let me hold on.
He's 22. Man, it better be like one kid.
One,
That was his
two,
first kid.
three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I count 7.
22 with 7 kids.
Well, actually, no. The top stories on Google saying he's welcoming his 10th child. So
Wow,
yeah,
that's
I thought he was around like 27, around my age.
yo. I don't even know what to say. Like that's so
Yeah,
22.
it's
Like you
like
don't even know who you are. You know what I mean?
right.
Like you trying to grow as a person. How you got 22 kids? I mean 22 kids. How you got 10 kids? I'm so messed up right now, man. Yo, that threw me off. I can't. Wow. That's
Yeah, I don't even know what to. It's like I'm not even surprised.
yeah, but I know I mean, it's twofold. Like we said before. I mean, 22, but you came up. I'm not saying you came up in money, but you're in industry. Somebody should have pulled you aside. Like, look, these women are going to come after you, right?
Yeah.
Your name, you've been out there. They're going to come after you, and also you need to be responsible. You need to make sure that you don't get got or that you don't slip up.
Yeah.
But 22, it's kind of hard to listen. 22, you're a millionaire. All these young Jones on you. Like, I'm not excusing it, right? I'm not excusing it. It's a little different than Nick Cannon, who's a grown man, than a
Yeah.
22-year-old kid who's trying to find their way and not used to. It's hard to navigate that, especially if you never experienced that type of stuff. But
And it's like
sheesh.
he's only 22. Like, who's to say he's done with having kids?
Oh no, he's nowhere near time. By the
Like,
time he's Nick Cannon age, it's going to be about like he's going to have
yeah, he might
25 at that point.
set a record. Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, but I think it's going to slow down because that rap money is not that long. Unless you're a certain type of artist and have longevity,
Yeah.
you don't get money like that in the rap game. Contrary to what they try to portray. So now you're talking 10 kids because those women or girls or whatever saw him as a come up too.
Right.
Oh, he
That's true.
popping, he on the radio. All right. So now he's got 10 different babies, and now he has 10 people claim on his money. So
Right.
that money is going to get divided now. And like I said, it's not like they're really making as much as you think. So his money's not. He's going. Yo, I feel bad for him because right now what he has in his pocket, he's not going to have long. That's sad, man.
Unless he makes some smart business decisions with his money now.
He would have already had to start making them because everything at this point, that's it. You're going to have 10 different people hand in your pocket. So what you have left is not going to be enough to make a move.
Right.
I'm sorry. Like but hey, you don't have nobody around you. I don't know. Like, I don't know his story. I don't know how he came up. If he ain't have like an old head or father or uncle or older cousin or something. Like, there's nobody, and I kind of fault the older generation for not looking out for these kids in that sense. Like, somebody needs to be putting this in your head, especially if you want to be in the entertainment industry. Somebody got to be beating this into your head. But I don't know his situation. I don't know how he grew up, so I can't speak to that.
Right.
But going back to our point though, the behavior is insane and crazy, and it's not condemned in society. And you can't shame anybody because you'll get ridiculed and you'll get attacked. But the behavior is insane, and it shouldn't be okayed because you have money. Money doesn't excuse ignorance. It doesn't. But in today's world, today's society, that's what it is. You got money, do whatever you want. No judgment from me.
Right.